Good morning, party people. It's another blog post, which I am doing. My hair looks craziness. You can kind of see my haircut better today than you could in the video yesterday. Anyway, so we're back today talking about things. This blog is not in the basement, sadly, but the lighting down there is not good right now. So let me lean off camera real quick. Get my coffee. So, I feel like you people of the internet will appreciate this. So full of coffee. It's a Zelda Heart mug. And my coffee's sadly kind of colder, so it's not filled. But what happens is when the coffee gets hot, it goes. It's pretty sweet. It's a really cool mug. I got it from the website called ModCloth. And it was definitely worth like the $15 it cost. Right? It was like $12. It was really cheap for a cool mug like that. So yesterday I just babbled on about stuff. Guff and stuff. And today I'm going to babble on Babylon. About how amazing these kettle chips are. But also about the Amazing Spider-Man, because that movie was, in fact, amazing. And let me tell you why. So, me being, like, the giant comic dork that I am, and, like, Spider-Man being my favorite superhero ever all time. That movie, I was skeptical, but I saw the trailers, and it looked good. And I was like, okay, I'll see it. And it was incredibly good. It was very, very close to the original comic series as far as the attitude of Peter Parker and the attitude of Spider-Man and just the way all the characters interacted, and the universe was a lot more. Stop falling asleep, computer. It was a lot more real, I guess. As in the sense to the comic, not real in real lifey sense. But yeah, it felt a lot like the original comics. And Spider-Man was this sort of, Peter Parker was this young, super dorky guy, as opposed to Tobey Maguire. Peter Parker is this, like, mid-20s angsty man with, like, trendy haircut. They had Uncle Ben dying in it, and they even included the bit where Spider-Man falls into, spoiler alert, where Spider-Man falls into the arena, the fighting arena. And they don't actually include the whole bit where he becomes a wrestling guy, but they do have him fall into a wrestling arena and see a, like, luchador mask, which is actually how Spider-Man started. His costume is inspired by a luchador mask. Because he started off doing cage matches in the underbelly of New York. Anywho, they even included that. Tears down the face when Uncle Ben died. I was like, no, Uncle Ben, don't die. You can't die. I know it's integral to the plot, but stop dying, Martin Sheen. Yeah, Martin Sheen plays Uncle Ben. It was weird, but also kind of perfect, so And Emma Stone plays Gwen Stacy, which is awesome because one, everyone tends to just jump to Mary Jane. Nobody really pays attention to Gwen Stacy, even though she was the first love interest of Spider-Man. And I kind of like Gwen Stacy better than Mary Jane. And Emma Stone plays Gwen Stacy, which is a lot better than any other actress they could ever get to play anyone, because Emma Stone is just a really great actress, and she's very funny, entertaining, and good. She's just a good actress. So I was really, really, really happy with the movie. I'm really excited to see where they're going, because like the end of the movie had one of those like I went to see it with Apollo, and we literally, like, we were walking out of the theater like, that movie was so amazing. I was like, the credits were going on, and then suddenly they're like, the screen comes back on, and it's like the little end thing after the credits. We literally just, like, booked it, just sprinted back into the theater and, like, slid into the, like, onto the aisle just to see what was going on. And the little end thing, we spent the rest of the day trying to guess who the next villain is, and we have our thoughts on who it might be, but we're not going to divulge because we're huge Spider-Man nerds, and probably everyone will be like, who is that? I thought the Green Goblin was the only bad guy, and we would be like, ha. No. So, yeah, Spider-Man was really good. My only qualm with the movie, because they did cut some stuff in the movie, but I accept it because, one, Stan Lee said it's a whole new universe, so you're allowed to sort of have a little bit of a different story, and then also, it's, I don't know. It's, they have to cut some things for it to be a good movie. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I have to cut some things to make it a watchable movie, because not everything you're going to want to see. But my one thing, where in the hoo-ha McGraw was with great power comes great responsibility. Nowhere to be seen in the movie. And I was like, throughout the movie, I'm like, when are they going to throw it out? Like, they had a place where they're like building up, and I was like, they're going to throw it out right here, and it's going to be like awesome. And they didn't. And Stan Lee, I love you very much because you're awesome and have created the basically best superhero ever, who has probably one of those most interesting and fun stories, and well known, and it's great, but why? Why did you not have the signature quote of the series that everyone quotes and knows that it's from because it's part of pop culture? Why wasn't it there? Who, like, my computer keeps falling asleep. Who in the business meeting was like, we're not gonna put in that quote just to throw people off? No, don't do that. It's integral to Spider-Man, because that's his whole premise, and then he functions off that, and that's how it works. Angry rage squid of rage. But other than that, excellent movie. Go see it. Even if you are not a huge Spider-Man nerd like I am, definitely go see it, because it's worth watching. It's a great movie. You probably will start crying at some point in the movie, which is always good, because it means that it's given you emotions and feels, which sometimes it's hard to do with a movie. But anyway, guys, I've rambled on about Spider-Man for kind of enough. I have quite a few rambles which I have planned out, or not planned out, but have topics for. So I can probably do these every day, maybe. Maybe. Though coffee isn't necessary for these things. Anywho, guys, I appreciate you watching, and until next time.